guys, so we finished up the session. That is probably the shittiest session I've had in my life. It was supposed to be really heavy singles today on both squat and bench, but it was a super long weekend. And I'm not making excuses, I'm just labeling it as it is. I just hope everything, you know, like we still went through the movements, we still did a squat and a bench, and we did some accessories. We did lats and abs, which I didn't show, I just showed. And there wasn't much talking through the workout, I was just like mentally fried. It was a long weekend. I'll get back to it on Wednesday. We're gonna wrap this up. This is gonna be rather short, so I'm probably just gonna tag along. I gotta do some stuff around the house, like laundry and stuff. And I actually gotta clean the GTR. We took it out this weekend, so we'll chat there and we'll pick it up from there. We're gonna close out here in the gym. We're gonna grab some food and go home, probably wash the car. I know there wasn't like a formal introduction to this video, but we just came in, we started working. Just a long weekend, so no, you know, nothing crazy. Sometimes you go through that stuff, through adversity and all that, but you just gotta, you know, show up, do the best you can do in that mental state, and then at the end of the day, you don't really count it as a loss. You know, you still come in here, testing your mentality and your attitude. That way, at least you can still progress, whether it be, you know, it doesn't have to necessarily be in numbers, right? You could always push yourself mentally, obviously physically. It all, you know, it all depends on, you know, if you're just coming to the gym to grow your numbers and you're not growing your mentality or your attitude or anything, I think you're missing about 90% of the effect. So we're gonna wrap up here. I'll catch you guys at the house, and then we're gonna grab some food and we'll end it here. Okay, what's up, guys? We're back home. It's the next day. We are gonna clean the GTR today. We took it out this weekend, piled up some dirt. Let's see if maybe you could see some of this. So, I mean, we take it out. So I actually be cleaning the wheels today, so you guys will see that too. But you can't, you know, you won't be able to see much on camera. But yeah, we're gonna get everything set up right now. I'm gonna put you guys down on the tripod, and we're gonna get this going. Alright, guys. Alright, so last time we were here, we didn't get the wheel cleaning process because they just didn't have to be cleaned. But pretty standard stuff. Everybody has them. This is a big lifesaver. It's the microfiber Madness. I believe it's the Incredibrush. Really soft. Won't scratch your wheels. Let's get behind the calipers, and this is a wheel woolly by, I believe, what's his name? Matt Mormon. Matt, I think, over by Obsessed Garage. We have a little lug nut brush, and then we have the, as soon as I find it, the tough brush for the wheels. Products we're using is Adams, the tire, rubber, and a wheel cleaner. It's pretty straightforward stuff. A lot of people have used it. I like this. It's really easy. It suds up. It agitates very nicely. These aren't like heavy duty. You know, like I'm not cutting through them crazy. I do have a certain one that cuts through them a lot stronger. And this is just a basic rubber cleaner after a nice decon and everything. But this is all maintenance stuff. So basically is what I'll do. And just follow the directions on your wheel cleaners because they're all specific. But I'll spray it down. Get all the loose dirt off. And this isn't going to be like a crazy cleaning. This was only one drive, but it was on the dirt a little bit, so I'm just going to kind of let it sit. So we'll let it sit. You know, it's a hot day out here, so probably, what, 2 or 3 minutes. As soon as I see it start getting that purple color, you know, the iron decon remover, I'll start agitating and everything. But I'll let it sit for a little, wherever it turns purple. So I mean, you can see here, I mean the axle nut is showing, so obviously it's going to turn purple there a lot faster. Let me bring you guys in here. Okay. So yeah, there's not going to be too much. I mean, we can see it here a little. I always spray it in the wheel wells as well. But yeah, we're going to let this sit another 2 or so minutes. You can kind of see it over here, kind of start to discolor and whatnot. But yeah, we'll leave this here for a little bit. You know, work it in, agitate it as necessary, and then kind of do a rinse off. But yeah, that's how we're doing it here. I'll kind of let it roll. So the clip, I mean, I just saw the clip right about 2 or 3 minutes in. The camera didn't really catch it, but I'll always attack the barrel first. So this is right behind the caliper, because I'm not going to get the microfiber and credit brush doesn't get behind there. But the rest, and I guess smell-wise, you know, I guess it could bother some people. I mean, it's just kind of, I think it's kind of silly. You know, like there's far more worse smelling stuff. And I'll always rinse it. Before dumping it back in the bucket. This is just a regular bucket. It's not, there's no grit guard, no nothing. I guess I'll just kind of go in. And these have a lot of spokes, so we gotta kind of be tedious with it. And sometimes it's a little, you know, this won't go all the way back, which is why I have that smaller one, that yellow one we were just using. But this isn't even necessary. The barrel isn't even turning a different color. It's not driven often, so we're not gonna get much out of it. We'll clean this real quick. But I mean, this, you know, I'm not saying this to be like, oh my god, you know, it's so easy, but it's easy because, you know, you stay on top of it. You do everything necessary. You could definitely see the purple now on camera, for sure, without a doubt. And that's right by the axle nut, which comes with a ton of grease. So all that on it. Just kind of agitating the face of it now. This is a little tedious because of the amount of spokes that are on the wheel. This is where the wheel woolly would come really, really get into it. You put it on your hand and you just kind of... This one's old, I gotta order another one. But this is the idea. So, get the lip. And obviously this is really, I mean, this is, if I'm not mistaken, it's wool. Not wool, I'm sorry. Actually, maybe. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. But check it out. Really soft material. I'll kind of let this run off the car now. I'm not putting this back in the bucket yet. But then I'll take the rubber cleaner on a wet wheel. Get the tough brush. I'm just trying to go to town. So you can see the wheel is obviously a little dirty with Adams as it gets this orangey color. That's how you can tell, but just kind of work it in. And then now I'll rinse it all off together. So basically before I shut it off, we'll go to the next clip. That's what you'll do, for each wheel. You don't want to let this stuff dry on the car. I've never had it happen, but just don't do it. It's not something you want to figure out. We'll do this all 4, and of course you do it as necessary for your application. It's not going to be the same for every car. The same process, but different, different way you approach it, different tools you use. But to each their own. Everybody has their own products they use. I just use these. This is what I've always used. So we're going to do this for the rest of the 4, and then we'll jump onto foam in the car, and we'll go from there. Okay, so we're on the back here now. So yeah, basically, this is probably going to follow the gym session, this clip. So we'll put 2 days in one, because that gym session wasn't exactly the greatest. It was a long weekend. Not that that's an excuse, but just telling you like it is. We ended up going to a real estate event. Tony Robbins was a speaker, so that was a big plus. I'll talk more on that later. I went with Nikki. We'll do a group video and talk on that and discuss how that went. But today was an off day. But yesterday didn't go as planned, so I didn't want to just have a shitty session and then kind of close it there. So I decided we'll wash the car before we put it away for the following weekend, and kind of not explain myself, but like just focused on what happened. Tomorrow is the last day. Tomorrow we have deadlifts for a heavy single to see what we can work up to. But I was working with a lot of I was tired. I wasn't really mentally there. There was just a lot going on. So that's how that turned out, which is not the end of the world. I'm still healthy. I'm not hurt or anything, but I just couldn't perform on the given day, and it's gonna happen. Just a matter of fact of you showing up or you going, and it's not necessarily gonna be the best training session every day, And for those who preach that or promise that with their programs or whatever the fuck they're selling, it's all bullshit. So you're gonna have, you're gonna have life to handle. You're gonna have work. You're gonna have personal issues. You're gonna have, family issues, work issues. Whatever life throws at you, you gotta handle in the given time. And the gym should add to it. Should add a quality to your life. It shouldn't take you away from other stuff, right? So you don't wanna be in the gym 90% of your week-to-week stuff and missing out on the biggest lesson, which is mental growth, in my opinion. You kind of want to just retain all aspects from the journey, right? So you want to grow mentally, physically. Some would argue relational, depending on who you meet in the gym and all that good stuff. But you just want to, you want to learn in all aspects, right? You don't want to just, hey, I'm making gains in the gym or this or that, or whatever bullshit you want to tell yourself. But it's adding a quality to your life. I get it. It's important to have a healthy lifestyle, and I'm not arguing that. That's not what I'm fighting against. For those of you who are like, gonna question me or press me on my learning, but there's more than just physical attributes you can gain. And yesterday just wasn't wasn't my day. So, I ended up doing what was necessary. We did the program, did the best we could that day, and we humbled ourselves and we took it home. That was it. There wasn't, there's not 2 cents behind it. There's not like, there's no sense pushing yourself and hurting yourself. Also, like I said, this is usually a longer process, but these were previously polished and before mounted, so this is literally one drive worth of brake dust. So the procedure is not going to be as thorough, but you'll see in the future as we drive the car more how in depth we can go on this. Alright guys, car's rinsed off. We got our soap in the foam cannon. We're going to start foaming this and then we're going to get washing. Car's foamed. It's been dwelling for some time. So yeah, so ideally tomorrow, right, we're gonna head to the gym. Head to the gym around 1 o'clock. We're gonna try to get a nice, good breakfast in. Tomorrow's the last training block before my second phase. So we're closing out with some deadlifts. We're just gonna kind of track that and see how everything goes. That would be a separate video. Tagging this along. So like I said, I didn't want to just close out the video with just that with yesterday's training day, which would be the beginning of this video. Because it wasn't the greatest. Nonetheless, we still went through it. But just going back to the message of, you know, just not just growing physically in the gym. Just making sure you're growing in other aspects to keep, you know, life moving forward. You know, depending on the moderations and extremities that you plan to take with fitness. Me personally, it is a priority, but the mindset is health, right? So, and I'm not talking about, oh, if you're lazy, I'm not going to the gym, right? Like, you know, go. It's not, I'm not gonna say, there's something else to do over the gym, go do it, right? Don't get it wrong. But the idea being is, you know, listen to your body. That's the message, right? So it comes back to the source of like mind-muscle connection or muscle memory and all that in that aspect, right? So taking time off the gym or doing things in that aspect, you're not, you know, in the long run, it might benefit you, you know, that extra day off, or you're not feeling it, or this or that. Whatever the case may be, it may benefit you in the long run. So with that goal in mind, and of course business and car stuff and, you know, life itself, there's other stuff, me personally, I need to focus on. along with training, because it's not just training, although it is an important part. Just move you guys up here. It's not it's not do or die type of attitude, right? If it's a lost day or it's a shitty workout, take your L, move on, learn from it, see what you can do differently, and adapt. Don't, like yesterday's over already. We're not dwelling on it. I'm just giving you guys what I was thinking the other day, or yesterday, because I just wasn't in the mood to talk all too much, considering the weekend and everything. So we just took we took the extra day off. Did family time. Weekend came up. Today is Tuesday, right? We took the time off. We visited family, relaxed a lot, ate some good food, hung out with good people. And that's how that happened. That's how we closed the weekend out. Wasn't really dwelling on it all weekend, like, oh my god. It was a shitty workout and this and that. Live and learn. Because now we're already focusing on deadlifts. We're focusing on the next training day, right? That day's done. And it's on to the next one, And I know you probably guys aren't even in focus, but I know I'm probably rambling on and saying this, and that, right? But this is just what I'm thinking. Let me sit you guys down. Right, but this is just what I'm thinking when I'm doing stuff like this. I don't have anybody's input on it. Nobody to talk back to. Nobody to talk back to me in that aspect. So this was sort of my escape growing up, so I can't lose track of where I started in that sense. Because this is what kind of soothes me. Find that one thing. And for others it may be the gym. I'm not trashing the gym when I'm saying, take time off and this and that, right? Because I'm just as... Hold on, I can't say that because it depends on the person. But I take it just as seriously. But there's times in your life where you have to adapt to a lot of things. Move you guys again. But it comes down to choosing your battles. Picking and choosing. Sorry. Like where you want to excel. It all depends on where you want to take it. But it is all in good health. When you look back on your bad days and not not dwell on them. That's not the word, but try to, what could you have done differently, right? How could you have made it a better day in any aspect? Attitude, could you have ate better? Could you have done this? Could you have done that, right? So if you're going to look back and address problems like that, then yes, it's good to sit down, think on it. Not in the sense of dragging you down, but learning curve. So that never hurts anybody. And then, in the grand scheme of things, right? So one day, you're not going to lose everything in one day, right? Like that one shit training session. It's not gonna be like, you know, like, oh my god, you know, we lost all our gains of this or that, or whatever bullshit you want to tell yourself. But just be smart about it. Go back to the drawing board and do things differently. Now, I guarantee you I repeated myself at least 30 times in this video, but I don't necessarily care. That's just what I'm thinking when I'm doing stuff like this, just constantly how I can get better in one aspect over the next and keep moving forward. So, car's all foamed, washed. I'm about to get the pressure washer. We're gonna rinse this off, grab some food, and then we'll wrap this up. Alright guys, so we are all finished up with the car. It's all clean. We're about to grab some food, put our laundry away, and close this video out. So tomorrow, like I said repeatedly already, we have heavy deadlifts. That's the end of the training block, and then we're back into a small deload for phase 2. We are also picking up wheels at the end of the week for the GTR, so I'll do a little reveal on those. And that's pretty much it. So moral of the story being is, don't let one training day blow everything out of proportion. You know what happens. You live and you learn, move on, dial it in, move to the next day, and and learn from it. So yeah, I don't think there's much more left to say. We're gonna close this out, we're gonna edit it, and then we'll catch you guys in the next one.